I mean, all you got to do is go back to September of 2021 and you have this viral video that goes out 2 million views. And instead of me trying to explain it, tell us about that particular video. What happened? And then what led you to even post about it on social media? And then the fact that it went super viral and a couple million people are watching it.
Yes, I think you're talking about the young man that quit.
Yes.
Yeah. So love him. So proud of him. So what happened, another thing I'm not proud of is years ago when I started doing videos, I would rack my brains like, what's a good idea? And and I hate to admit this, but what will get a lot of likes? And I hate that I'm admitting that, but I'm going to be complete transparent.
No, that's good.
And then I matured a little bit. And I said, you know what? Stop being a 13-year-old, middle school kid or whatever. And just, if it's on your heart, put it out there. Don't worry about the likes or whatever. So this particular incident you're talking about, a young man was in our program for 2 years. His brother had just graduated. His brother was a stud. Both great kids. The brother was a stud. He really wasn't. And the past year and a half when this happened, so he was with us for 2 years prior to this. He didn't seem happy. He didn't seem happy in practices. Didn't seem happy in games. When he got in, he didn't seem happy. And I always tell the players, football's not for everyone. And if you don't want to play, don't lie to yourself and say you want to focus on grades, because no one goes home at 3:30 and does homework till 10:30. Don't lie to yourself. Just say, hey, it's not for me. My heart's not in it. Yeah. So this particular incident, he came in and he had I say, hey, if you want to quit, do it the right way. Just come in with your stuff folded, washed, and hand it in, tell me what the real reason is. And he did that. And he just looked like he was about to cry. I said, hey, sit down for a second. And this is like 10 minutes before practice started on a particular day. And I said, why were you playing in the first place? And I didn't ask him in a mean way. And he goes, well, coach, we're a football family. My dad loves football. My mom loves football. My brother loves football. And he just kind of looked around for a second. And I said, do you love football? And he goes, no. And I said, I'm proud of you. I said, listen, I said, football is not for everyone. It's such an empowering thing, in my opinion, when any of us can step away from what our parents or significant others, as much as we love them, or society thinks we should do, and we live our own lives. So I gave him a hug. I said, man, I'm so proud of you. And you just literally saw him smile for the first time. And he just, Jason, honestly, he just sighed this deep sigh of relief. And I saw him smile for the first time in a year and a half. And I said, that's what gets me amped up. And he's walking out of my office. He's like, thank you so much, Coach. I was so nervous. And I looked at him. I said, shame on me. And he looked at me. I said, that you were nervous because obviously I didn't convey enough. I'm going to love you no matter what. Whether you play for me or not, I'm always going to be here for you. And he was walking out the door. And I said, hey, and I always said his name. I said, can I share this with the team? He goes, Coach, you can share this anywhere. Like, he was just on cloud 9 now that I didn't question his manhood or something ridiculous like that.
Yeah.
So I looked at the clock. I had like 2 minutes. So it was a one and done video. And I just put it out there, tweeted it out, and went to practice. Thought nothing of it. I was just so excited for him.
Yeah.
And then after I got home, 3-4 hours later after practice and the drive home, I saw that it had gone viral, just kind of exploded. The funny thing is, tremendous support, but there were a good number of people that, I don't know if they just read the caption that said something to the effect of how a young man quit and couldn't be happier or whatever it was, that were like, you're a horrible coach. You should be ashamed of yourself. Like, man, did you watch the video? But then some people did watch the video and said, you're creating quitters. You're allowing him to walk away. And I thought, man, how many of us, you just talked about one of your previous jobs. How many of us have had girlfriends in the past or boyfriends on our way to getting married that we didn't quit on? It just wasn't the right fit. Right. Or how many of us have had jobs that the fulfillment was gone or the challenge was gone and we moved on? I always want our players to play because they love the sport, not because mom and dad are making them, not because of any other reason. So yeah, without being preachy to anyone, I that's what fires me up about coaching. As much as I love the X's and the O's, I love the violence of the game planning, the weight training. I love when I can see a young man or a young woman find their own why. And if that involves football, great. If it doesn't, great. And we just need to make sure we continue to support them either way.